Good afternoon, everyone. It's Roby1, and welcome back to my channel. I'm over here in Southbridge, Mass, behind the Sacred Heart Church on Charlton Street, and was another church. It was founded in November 1908 to serve the French population, which had become too large for one parish, Notre Dame. The rectory on the left originally served as a church-school combination. In 1925, Father Victor Epinard became pastor and credited with the existence of the beautiful church with his fine slate roof, St. Hedwig's Church on Edward Street, which has long been a Polish parish, and the other of the four Roman Catholic parishes in Southbridge. Now here's a picture of it, and it looks like one of those Star Wars Cloud City art cards from the 80s. Doesn't really look like a real picture, even though that's really what it looks like. And we're right behind it on the back side. Let's put the history book away. And there's a Tippetech, and that's like a whole copper-made turret cupola style, medieval Gothic, old world, no doubt. And I just realized the brick that's on this building and the brick that's on the same church in Uxbridge, that looks like this, and the St. Nicholas Church that I've already showed people with the Leviathan leaves, where I came up with the nickname and was the first Albanian, remember I'm saying Albanian church in North and South America. But this has got to be a huge furnace system in this whole complex to serve that. This was the school, and over there was the rectory. Mud floods. This is big time, big. Easily close to 100, 80, 100. That's the same as the top of the church. And the other day I was here, but it was getting hazy and I couldn't get a completely good video. But there's a lot of nice symbology. There's the red slate roof they talk of, and they don't tell you how long it took them in this history book, and you gotta look deeper because you find out a lot of these structures were also in Worcester history books, because we're in Worcester County, actually technically South County, as we're one town. You know, Southbridge borders Connecticut, which is south. So they say this is 1908. I'm gonna say it's, my own speculation is it's older than that. I'd say it's 200 to 300 or maybe 400, 500 years old. And to build this looks like it would be easily a 2 to 5 year project, no doubt, especially in the horse and carriage and buggy days. And all these windows look bad with the plexiglass over them. You can't see the symbology, which is the triquetra Kabbalah style top of those windows. And there is a story about this where a German guy came and put all the windows in this at one point. And on Conspiracies RS, there's also a story, you should follow that channel. You know, when the early elites came into all these old structures, they stole a lot of the stained glass because they supposedly had a special power. But look, let me get back a bit closer, because this is being worked on. You see up there in the corners, that one and the other one. Now as you come over this way, that's an M. You see it? Almost looks like a reptilian head on top of it with the shoulders and some kind of military things on his shoulders. That's really strange. That is no doubt. There's some kind of crests there on the windows. Here's another one of those things. Tell me that ain't one of the oddest things you ever see. The light's really well crafted. Old school Gothic style. And it's a full on top of the door. There's one more of them over there. There's 5. The copper gutters up there, well crafted. Now let's go down and look at the mud flood appeal. And I I will speculate if that's the original bottom, or especially if this is a mud flood building. Now up here in the peaks of these windows, there's Leviathan leaves. And this whole building has a very well built and crafted bump-outs. See there on the bottoms. The top one says like a boomerang shape, and it looks like two fists, like them of those little Leviathan leaf symbology. Go the whole way across. I started out in the back just because I've never noticed that that chimney was back there. Little windows down there, you can see. There's another one over here, and it's cut out and goes down. Too bad we couldn't get behind the fence. These steeples, spiral pillars, owl type like eyes in between each one with the 4 circles, copper top cross over here. Let's move in on this with more cool symbology. It looks like possibly Latin. The crest with stuff in it. Dharma something. Top of that crest is something too. Some symbology there. Just in the arch with the Sacred Heart. Ooh. We'll go on the other side right there. Some strange Leviathan type leaves that almost look like ghoul faces. Here's the rectory with the mud flood windows. The keystones of the windows. Alright, so we got it from this side. Oh yeah, look at the symbology on those things. That's really nice. That is cool. The angels. And that one right there. Oh yeah, that's definitely something. Alright. See, they got the boom lift here. They're not even working today. I don't know who funds this. In the book, it doesn't tell you who the architect is or nothing. Who owned it. It's my theory that a lot of Masons own these buildings. I know for a fact one a few years ago when I went there and talked to the handler. So it's a fact that the people in these towns, these targets of us. Look from here. I'll go from the other side. There's Jesus right there. On the back there's a statue. I'm not sure who it is. See how it's all falling apart? You can see a little erosion like that in the one in Uxbridge, but that one's well kept. That's going to be a whole big long video when I do that. More symbology within these arches right here. Really cool. Everyone looks a little different too, from what I can see from here, because I can't go beyond the fence. Up in each thing, little turret things, with a monolith, the front monolith, if you want to call it, so to speak. The 2 angels. Looks like it says NS on the shield. Even the little, let's get closer. There must have been for candles, the little windows on each side of the doors have little flowers on the bottom. And right there's really messed up. It takes a real good mason to know how to peel that apart and fix it. And the thing with something like this, I think this is the oldest church in Southbridge. They say it's the one built in 1836 across from Notre Dame, which I'll show. And it's not even, it was fanciful until they vinyl sided it. And I'm a big hater of vinyl siding. It's a bad legacy for our generation. As these people back here in these days built stuff like this. But these things were a whole kit. You look at how them are little blocks. Somewhere there had to have been a shop that had to make all that. And that shop wasn't in someone's backyard. These are things people don't even think about, especially the historical society. Right there you see the roof is a mess. I believe this is older than 1908. I can't get over there, but I'm going to get as far over as I can. Look at it from this side. One day I'll get in there. There's more symbology. Right above those doors too. Right above the arch on that. Right there too. The sun's good today. We're gonna look further into this. Until then, you're gonna see me soon. Road 1, I'm out.